Welcome to 50 Notable Names. Today we will go over the life and words of Demosthenes. Demosthenes lived from 384 to 322 BCE. His father, a wealthy sword maker, was also named Demosthenes. The young Demosthenes was orphaned at the age of 7, and although his father left him very rich, those looking after his estate stole almost all of it. Upon coming of age, he took them to trial and ended up with 1/15 of his original amount. It was during these trials that he began his orations. In order to earn a living, Demosthenes worked as a logographer, or professional speechwriter, which was lucrative. His success attracted the attention of wealthy and powerful clients. His interest in public life was great, and he started in his career at the age of 21. After a few years as a trierarch, he began to speak publicly. At first, Demosthenes was ridiculed for his oratory skills, one complaint being that his speeches were encumbered with long sentences. Despite this, a few well-known citizens encouraged him. In 354, Demosthenes delivered his first public speech, on the navy, which promoted a means of lowering the cost to the trierarchs. Afterwards, he offered 2 more speeches, both of which were directed against Eubulus, who was the most powerful Athenian statesman at the time. He made a name for himself through these early orations, although none of them were successful in their aims. In 351, Demosthenes felt that his position was strong enough to publicly call into question the Athenian stance towards Philip II of Macedon. It was at this point that he directed most of his energy at foreign policy. Athens had been formally at war with Macedonia since 357 BCE, when Philip seized Amphipolis and Pydna. During this time, Demosthenes gave many speeches, most of which were directed against Philip II. One of his speeches even called the king of Macedon a barbarian. Through the next several years there was intermittent battles, the majority of which the Macedonians won. Demosthenes' discourses also urged the Athenians to cease what he called a useless war against the Macedonians, and that Athens should offer support to Olynthus, which they did not. Olynthus was captured by Philip and was razed to the ground in 348. After several other military victories achieved by the Macedonians, Athens sued for peace. Demosthenes was among the delegates sent to Philip. It is said that in his first encounter with the Macedonian king caused him to collapse from fright. King Philip imposed harsh terms on Athens, to which the delegates accepted. In 342 BCE, Demosthenes delivered what is considered to be his best speech, the Third Philippic. Using all his powers of eloquence, he demanded the Athenian people revolt against Philip II, claiming, "Better to die 1,000 times than pay court to Philip." Demosthenes now dominated Athenian politics and weakened the pro-Macedon factions of Ascans. Sent to Byzantium to renew a peace treaty, Demosthenes successfully concluded one with Abydos. 2 years later, in 339, Philip II made his last and most successful bid to control southern Greece. Meanwhile, Athens created an alliance with several other states in the Peloponnese. The most important ally, though, was Thebes. Demosthenes was sent and did secure the alliance. In the aftermath, Athens and Macedon made a lenient peace treaty. Philip II was assassinated in 336 BCE, and his son Alexander took the throne. Among other states, Athens took Philip's death as the end of Macedonian authority. Alexander proved their folly by quickly invading Boeotia, to which the Athenians asked for mercy, which they received. A year later, while Alexander was campaigning in the north, Thebes and Athens revolted again, thinking Alexander dead. Instead, Alexander responded by immediately returning and razing Thebes to the ground. Rather than attack Athens, he demanded the exile of all anti-Macedonian politicians, Demosthenes first of all. With Alexander's death in 323, Demosthenes again urged Athenian independence. Alexander's successor to the Greek states, Antipater, seized all opposition and ordered Demosthenes, among others, to be turned over to him. Sentenced to death, Demosthenes escaped to the island of Caluria, where he was later discovered and committed suicide. Quotes by Demosthenes. Small opportunities are often the beginning of great enterprises. A man is his own easiest dupe, for what he wishes to be true, he generally believes to be true. As a vessel is known by the sound, whether it be cracked or not, So men are proved by their speeches, whether they be wise or foolish. I am a citizen of the world. Close alliances with despots are never safe for free states. To remind a man of the good turns you have done him is very much like a reproach. All speech is vain and empty unless it be accompanied by action. This concludes another chapter in our series, 50 Notable Names. Thank you for viewing.